In this episode, I harvest some potatoes for my Thanksgiving dinner. You'll also see me peeling them, and then I'll show you how I protect my soils at the end of the video so that I can keep them healthy and working for me for years and years to come. For the most part, I try to practice no-till, but to get potatoes, you have to till. In this video, I'll show you how I keep my soils protected even after I till. Here's some biochar that has some life growing on it that's visible without a microscope. You can see right here, that white. That's definitely alive. You can see it's still got some wood, so it was burned, but it wasn't burned fully. Maybe burning it fully is not as good. You can see it was burnt here, but not there. You can see that it's actually growing. Now, will there be growth in the interface between the charcoal and the wood? Is it doing something in spite of the charcoal? Or is it doing something because of the charcoal? Anyways, we're going to watch this piece longer and see what it does. I'm willing to bet that it's going to eat the wood first and we're not going to see any noticeable change to the charcoal. That's my hypothesis. So I'm going to bury this right here in this pile, right there in the camera. You see the apple tree there? And we'll come back to this wood. All right, time to bring the potatoes in that I just dug up for Thanksgiving dinner.
Look how I'm using the strong part of my hand right here to push on it. See? Like this. Give that a try. Watch how I'm using this strong part of my hand. Can you do that? Oh, that's much better. So I like to push with the strong part and then I kind of squeeze it over. And that's how you can knead dough.
Okay, hey everybody. So yesterday was Thanksgiving and I used this 4-prong curved fork, garden fork, to drag across the ground. And you saw how easy that was for me to drag and find the potatoes. Well, I don't want all my soil to run down the hill. So today I'm going to try to cover the disturbances that I created using wood chips. And yeah, I'm going to try to make it so that we don't get any erosion, because erosion would mean my soil goes to the bottom, and I don't want my soil to go to the bottom. I want my soil to stay up here. It's very loose, and I took a lot of work to get it that way. It used to be this really hard turf. Now it's really loose soil, and yeah, so this is how I keep it. So whenever you dig in your soil, whenever you root around, whenever you disturb your soil, you always want to try to protect it. So this is me coming back the next day and trying to take care of my soil. You don't just leave it all torn up like I did. But you can see that I kind of dug myself a little bit of a swale. This is like kind of on contour with the land. So there's like a swale going here. You have an apple tree, and you have a lot of strawberries underneath, and I grew potatoes there. Well, this year I'm kind of changing the orientation a little bit, and I put this entire, I moved a lot of the topsoil into this mound here. So I'm going to fill the swale-like structure that I produced using the wood chips. So let's do it. No tools required. Just some nice boots. All right, so that covered up the areas that I disturbed inside the swale and above on top of the berm and inside the swale. Berm, swale. And now this next berm over here, I'm going to try to cover this up with something as well to try to keep it protected. And I was thinking about using this cloth since it was right next to me. So that's what I'm going to do. Cover your soils. This is temporary, so more stuff just laying about, I'll use that. You get the idea. You just kind of cover it up. This will protect it from the sun. Drying, the sun will dry the soils. We don't want to protect it from that. And it'll allow the soil biology to continue to thrive without getting torched to death by the solar rays and nature and winds and drying and cooling and wetting. So this is really important to keep a more consistent atmosphere and habitat for the soil life, so that when the spring comes, I can just pull this back and plant into it. And it'll also keep down the weeds too, believe it or not. So it's a win-win-win. So there you have it. That's how you take care of your harvests. Even when you're rooting around for potatoes, you can always put it better than you found it. And so that's what I feel like I kind of did. I kind of disturbed the soils, found my potatoes for Thanksgiving, but then I made sure to come back the next day and correct the things that I left wrong. So yeah, make sure you do this in your gardens too, and you'll have food production for years and years to come. So thanks for watching. Tune in again next time, and I'll see you on the next episode.